Good morning, class. Today we're going to be learning about making inferences. Can someone tell me what is an inference? Taya?
I think an inference is when you make a prediction.
Okay, an inference is kind of like making a prediction. Instead, you use context clues plus what you know to come up with a conclusion. It's okay? Can you please read me the definition for context clues?
Context clues, hints the author uses to define unclear situations or difficult words.
Okay, thank you. So in order to further understand what context clues are, I like to ask myself 3 questions. 1, what does the author's text say? 2, what do I know? And 3, what is my inference? So in order to further understand what an inference is and how to appropriately ask yourself these questions, we're going to work through. We're going to work through a good example as a class. Can someone read the statement? Talia?
The sky is gray and suddenly it starts to rain. A woman runs into a store soaking wet.
All right, thank you. So from the text, we can pull out that it is raining, the woman is wet. So the second question we ask ourselves is, what do we know? So Taya, can you tell me about situations or experiences that you've had when it's raining, or things that you may know that happen when it rains?
I know that when it rains, water falls from the sky, and if you don't have an umbrella, then you'll get wet.
Okay, thank you. So, and a very important word that you used there was umbrella, because the woman is wet, and you know that if you don't have an umbrella, you can get wet. So umbrella prevents you from getting wet. In order to make an inference, we have to combine the author's text to what I know. So we know that it's raining and that a woman is wet. And we also know that without an umbrella, one gets wet. So what can we say our inference is? Matt?
That the woman does not have an umbrella.
Good. Do we all know how we got this answer? Yes? So it is always important to know that there can be more than one right answer for an inference. Therefore, we always have to use exactly points that the author talks about in the text in order to get a concise or more precise inference. Now, you guys are going to take their share, you're going to work on the problem by yourself, then discuss with your partner, and then we're going to discuss with the class. You guys have Kalia.
I wanted to share my inference with the class.
Okay.
So I know that for the second one, a 5-year-old boy comes to a supermarket with his mother, but is now in an aisle alone crying. I know that when I'm in a supermarket and I don't have candy, then I start crying. So I infer that the little boy is crying because he doesn't have candy.
Kalia, I'm glad you shared because I noticed that there are parts where you can be confused. Can you tell me what the author states?
A 5-year-old boy comes to a supermarket with his mother, but is now in an aisle alone crying.
So what points do you think are important to pull out from this statement?
That the boy was in the supermarket with his mom,
Okay.
and now he's in an aisle alone crying.
So now I feel like the part where you struggled is connecting what you know with the author's text. So you mentioned candy. However, the author does not mention candy. You have to use what the author says to make a connection to your experiences. So sometimes when you guys went to a big store and you guys got distracted with something you guys like, did you guys sometimes lose your mom and become scared? Yes? So based on that, we know that, Taya?
We know that he probably got lost from his mother in the supermarket and couldn't find her, so he started crying.
Okay, so you know that he could be lost. And we can infer that that's why he's crying. Does everyone understand how we got these responses? Yes?
Yes.
All right, now in order to remember how to make an inference, we are going to sing a song. So you guys can start by snapping, and then in the second verse, you guys can join me, okay? I think there's more to this text. The author's trying to make a point beyond what it says. To figure out what to do, I must think A plus I equals I. A plus I equals I. The author's words plus what I know equals an inference that can be wrong. A plus I equals I. A plus I equals I. By combining what I know and the text, I'm sure to pass the inference quest. A plus I equals I. A plus I equals I. Author's words plus what I know equals an inference that can be wrong. A plus I equals I. Wow!